Hey everyone, welcome to From the Depths. I'm Minty, and this is episode 112 of the Battleship Brawl Season 5 tournament. This episode, we've got the Claymore by a nickel, challenging the Honestar by Cheese Cannon. Well, I can feel the game slowing down when I get close enough that those mimicked gunners on the turrets get loaded in. Anyway, let's go ahead and get round one here underway. I'm going to keep my distance from the Honestar when possible, because it kind of slows things down when I get close to that guy. Massive volley of high explosive shells coming in on the Claymore. Those look like they fall a bit short because the Claymore's maneuvering. Doesn't even look like it did much in the way of damage to the sloped outer blocks. The bow's taking some serious hits though. Yep, that is a not inconsequential hole blown in the side of the Claymore right now. The Honestar's down even lower in HP and up, incoming, yep, and there it is. The FPS dropped because every single one of these turrets has one of these guys on it, which is like 30-something mimics or something, Cheese Cannon said. So it, things don't run as fast as they could when they're all loaded in. Some of the Claymore shells missing beside the Honestar here. Claymore falling behind at 91.3 to the Honestar's 93.8. And see once we get farther away, and oh, hey, look at that, everything's running faster now. It's noticeable, but it's bearable as well, so. Ooh, Claymore just getting absolutely rocked by the high explosive shells of the Honestar right now. But the HP values are very close. There's just a massive amount of ship missing right here. It's like somebody took a bite out of the side of the Claymore. Just chomp. Oh, the stern might get blown off. Another shell might end. Oh, that was really close to the stern getting severed. And that would be a loss of a lot of propellers. Might be the only propellers that the Claymore has. Oh, nope, it's got more down here. Oh, it had more. They just got depth charge. Oh, and the Claymore's engines are gone too. It is dead in the water. Things are not looking good for the Claymore right now. Let's go check on the Honestar. Oh, a lot of the Claymore shells are not being aimed well. And it is aiming like at the bow of the Honestar, which makes it so easy to dodge those shells with the slightest turn. It can make the shells completely miss. Claymore is down to 75.7%. Honestar is at 80.9%. Ooh, that's going for that big main gun. Oh, lots and lots of big hits in that center part. Oh yeah, that gun, I'm not sure how that turret cap is still connected. How did that not fall off? There must be bits and pieces in here that are part of the turret and not the armor. This match is very close. Honestar at 75%, Claymore at 72.5%. But I feel like the Claymore has more functional weapons left. The Honestar has lost a lot of guns. Granted, it also started out with a lot more, so. Hitting right in this area. Yep, that gun is disabled. Oh, and it just got slammed by another shell, and off it goes. Claymore's still behind by 2%, though. Going dead in the water was not ideal. But its guns are all still functioning. And how has the stern not been blown off? It's been holding on by those few pieces for a long time. There's just so much ship missing from the Claymore. This gun is disabled. The shells eventually got their way in there and just blew it to pieces. But other than that, that's the only weapon damage the Claymore has suffered right now. This is extremely close. That last shell there got really close to this one rear cannon. Yeah, it actually blew open to the armoring, but that armor is not very thick. Another shell in that area, like that one. Yep, that turret is disabled. It's lucky it didn't get blown clean off. Oh, that'll do it. Yep, there it goes. Honestar has all of 4 cannons remaining. It is not in good shape, but the Claymore isn't doing a whole lot better. She is badly beaten up, and the fact that she's taken this much damage to her structure and is not sailing and is not sinking while this badly injured is impressive. Claymore is a tough little ship. Well, not so little, but you know what I mean. It's a tough ship. Claymore at 62%, Honestar at 59%. It's extremely close. I think the Claymore has a bit of an upper hand right now in firepower, but it's also dead in the water, which means Honestar is rarely going to miss it with what guns it has left. Oh, big chunk of blocks blowing off over here from the sloped armor taking a hit. Probably not the best place to be aiming, though, Claymore, if I'm being totally honest. Honestar's not exactly moving fast anymore either, though, so... maybe that's, oh, and that turret just got nailed. I'm not taking out another of the Honestar's guns. It's got one left for sure. This one is damaged, but I think it's still functional. Still looks functional. Oh, but the Honestar is too damaged. And there it goes. Oh, shit. I just noticed that the timer went past 5 minutes. I was so engrossed in the battle that it went past 5 minutes. Because I keep forgetting to change that setting. Well, I'm going to have to go back and look at the 5-minute mark and figure out what the score was at that time. So I'm going to have to do a quick cut here so I can actually go look at that. Okay, so I went and checked out the instant replay, so to speak. There we go, right there. 62.2 and 60.4, so that first round ended really close. And 60.2, I believe it was. 62.4, 60.2? 62.2, 60.4. Okay, I had the decimals flipped. Also, since we're here on the score sheet, I'd like to take a moment to announce that, hey, the ICB has won its match and defended against the Challenge of the Norwich via the vote. The vote was the deciding factor, and that is what allowed the ICB to win, and it has secured its spot in the grand finals. So yeah, go ahead and close out that video, and we'll get this restarted. So I don't do that again, because I was so engrossed in that battle I was not paying attention to the timer at all. Let's go ahead and change that setting so that doesn't happen again while I'm thinking of it. And now we'll get round 3 underway. Or round 2, not round 3. That first round was really close, and we showed that given more time, the Claymore would have been victorious, but that actually has no bearing, because the battle should have stopped at 5 minutes, not at 6 minutes and something like it did. That was my fault for not paying attention. Lost the shell trails. Honestar has lost a couple of guns, but doing all right. Claymore is volleying shells back. It does have a fewer number of guns in the end, but its guns are far more protected. Especially against high explosives. Like, it's pretty hard to get in there and actually damage the guns. Not impossible, it just takes, you know, it takes some doing. But I do think it lacks individual local weapon controllers for its guns. When you see things like this where they have differing barrel lengths, that actually disables some of the shells. All these shells that are falling short and hitting the water. I think that is because of a lack of individual local weapon controllers. So imagine how much better the Claymore would do if it had, you know, those individual local weapon controllers. Bit behind, but it did that last round too. It's about 5% behind, and then what happened in the first round is basically all the Claymore's shells got blown off. Oh well, that gunner's having a bad day. The Honestar started losing guns, and the Claymore made up the gap. That big gun in the middle here taking a hit. Claymore really needs to knock out some of those guns on the Honestar though, because as it stands, the Honestar is winning the DPS race. But oh man, there's been some serious damage to one of the... Oh, friggin' smoke. There's been some serious damage to this turret here. I'm not sure how any of those guns are still firing, but they are. Claymore is battered and beaten again. And the Honestar has a bit better lead than it did in the first round. Ooh, that may have chopped back the barrel far enough that it won't be able to shoot. Ooh. This turret taking a direct hit, but it was already disabled, so... in the end, it's not really that nasty of a shot. Oh, that was, though. That turret just fell completely off. I thought that shot might be coming, and I got over here just in time to see that thing get blown to smithereens. Oh, the Claymore might go down this time. It might get sunk. Or, well, 2 damaged in this case. But you know what I mean. Its HP reduced to 0. Yeah, Claymore is not doing well for weapons this time around. I think these barrels right here are all the Claymore has left as far as weapons go. Looks like the Claymore is going to manage to survive, but only just barely. So 58.1 to 77. It's only a 6-point difference in score right now. So this third and final round can be a huge deciding factor. The Claymore won round 1, but Honestar won round 2 by a bigger margin. Which side of you is the front? Okay, here we go. So here we go, round 3 of this extremely close match. This may be one of the closest matches we've had the entire tournament without, like, silly despawning shenanigans happening because of you know, sinking or whatnot. Absolutely eradicated by the Honestar's high explosive shells. Claymore down to 91.5, Honestar at 93.6. Oh, Honestar seems to be moving a little bit sluggish in the water. I wonder if it's taking engine damage. It doesn't have the full engine power available to it to run its props. This gun up here got popped completely off. This one had a shell explode next to it, but looks like the armor protected it, kept it from getting destroyed. Oh, and we've lost our shell trails again because of that that mimic lag. But we're getting them back now. Ooh, that turret might take a... Yep, there it goes. That's another turret gone. But the Honestar is ahead by just over 4% or 2%. Ooh, that direct hit to that big center gun. Some more coming in. Having this thing get popped off is a lot of HP lost for the Honestar. I think the gun is pretty much disabled. Oh, nope, it's still got at least one barrel still firing. 2 barrels apparently. Oh no, that was this cannon back here. Oh, this turret! That poor guy. He just took an high explosive shell right to the face, and he and the rest of the turret don't really. Oh wait, no, the turret's fine, but the guy is he's gone. Well, the turret is less fine now. Extremely close in HP values once again. Honestar at 80%, Claymore at 78%. Basically, with each gun the Claymore knocks off, it's one step closer to achieving a win. So if it can weather the storm long enough to, you know, prune the DPS of the Honestar, it can pull the lead back. Just like it did in round 1, but it's... like, this is going to be an extremely close score. Oh, this turret just took a direct hit, but that may have just helped by shaving all the barrels to the same length. This gun, however, is disabled. This gun's still functioning. This one's still got a couple barrels functioning. Ooh. Well, that's heavy armor there, so that probably wouldn't have really done much even if it had hit. Yeah, some of the Honestar's shells are detonating above the Claymore. Ooh. Pounding into the stern here. Yeah, severing the stern would be a good way to chunk off some HP of the Claymore. Hitting this center part, which is basically a solid brick, is not going to do a whole lot. This center area is probably the most heavily armored spot in the whole dang ship, I think. Other than, like, the obvious turret barbettes and whatnot. I meant of the hull itself. This one is almost certainly going down to the boat, because I don't think either ship is going to be destroyed in this round. Like, all 3 rounds, both ships survived. It's just a question of who's going to have the advantage in points. When the dust settles, the smoke clears. Right now it's looking like the Honestar, but we will see. Things can change. But really, Realistically, I think that in order to catch up, the Claymore would have to put some shells in here and pop this big gun off. I don't think it's going to be able to do enough damage to the standard hull of the Honestar to make up the HP difference in the time remaining. Especially when it keeps missing. Getting down to the last 10 seconds of the battle here. Claymore is in dire straits, but once again will survive, as will the Honestar. So 66.5 to 76.2. So as you can see, it's an 18-point difference in the end there, 19 points. Or 18 points, yeah. Yeah. 9 plus 9 is 18. I don't know why I thought it was 19 there for a second. My brain just had a brain fart with the math there. So there is going to be a vote for these two, and it's going to be super important. They're not as close as the Nords and the ICB were in the end, but yeah, they're close. So yeah, make sure you head on over to the Discord to cast your vote. That should be up by the time this video goes live. Thanks for watching, folks. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you on the battlefield.